My favorite D.L. Moody story. He was sitting on the streets of Chicago. It's the 1860s. We saw a little urchin girl, 13 years old, across the street. And he walked across the street and walked up and said, "I'm D.L. Moody, and I want to invite you to church." He had compassion. He saw people. Uneducated, the most unassuming man, changed America. She said, "Sure, I'll be there." D.L. Moody had a church of 5,000 in Chicago on one service. And he didn't see her. He missed a 13-year-old little girl. And so he was walking the street 2 weeks later when he saw her, and went, "Hey." And she took off running. This wouldn't fly today, okay? He took off running. This heavy-set preacher took off running after her, a 13-year-old girl. And he's running down the sidewalk, and she's running this way. He go about a couple blocks. She runs down an alley, and he runs around the alley, out of breath. He's about to kill, and he sees the flight of stairs in the back of this bar, and a door slam, and he could see her go in. And he ran up those steps and opened the door and walked in that little house and looked around and saw her ankle from under a bed and reached in there and grabbed and pulled her out. This is called trespassing, home invasion, probably some kind of molestation of child. And he sat her on the bed and led her to Jesus Christ. It would be 30 years later. D.L. Moody would be preaching, and a young preacher would come up to him. He told that story, and that preacher said, "That was my mother. That was my mother you pulled out from under that bed, and I'm a pastor now." Brother Moody, when you pulled out my mother, you pulled out 3 generations into heaven out of that bed. Because my mother led her mother to the Lord, and they led me to the Lord, and I'm leading my children to the Lord. Brothers and sisters, we have a short moment. We have a short time.